Nicky Hambleton-Jones and welcome back to lookandfeelyounger.tv. This month I'm focusing on aging through the decades. What happens to your skin as you get older and what you can do to keep it looking young and fresh. Did you know that aging starts between the ages of 17 and 25? So although you won't notice any signs of aging until well in your 30s, the damage was done when you were a lot younger. So let's start off with your 20s. This is a time to really protect your skin as much as possible. How do we do that? Number one, always make sure you never leave the house without a moisturizer with at least an SPF of 25 to make sure your skin's protected around the clock. Number two, if you don't smoke, don't start. And if you do smoke, give it up as soon as you can. I've mentioned before how aging smoking is on the skin. It's a hard habit to crack, but the earlier you give up, the better your skin will look. And thirdly, adopt a really good skin regime. All that partying and those late nights will take their toll on your skin as you get older. Did you know that your skin will age 8 days for every night that you don't remove your makeup? It might feel like a hassle when you get home in the early hours, but just cleansing your skin well before you go to bed every night will make a huge difference to how many fine lines and wrinkles you have in your 30s and 40s. So protect is the best thing you can do for your skin in your 20s. And now for your 30s. The 30s is where we start to see a little bit of a loss of elasticity around the skin, perhaps a few fine lines and wrinkles starting to creep along, particularly under the eye area. Those are where we see the first visible signs of aging. They say 35 is D-Day. That's when aging really starts to show on your face. So if you've been really good and looked after your skin, you probably won't notice much difference around the age of 35 and onwards. But if you've partied hard and lain in the sun, all of a sudden you're going to wake up and go, wow, where did those fine lines and wrinkles come from? So what can you do in your 30s? Number one, really important that you don't weight cycle. You really got to make a choice between your face or your bum, quite frankly, because you don't want to be too slim or too skinny, because you will lose that natural layer, cushion layer of fat under the skin, which helps to plump up the skin and keep it looking young and fresh. So by all means, exercise, but make sure you eat a healthy diet. Number two, really important that you look after your eyes. I would say definitely, if you haven't already, invest in an eye cream around your 30s, because you need to make sure you can keep this area really hydrated so that you don't see fine lines and wrinkles appearing as a result of loss of elasticity and dehydration. And number three, exfoliate. In your 30s is when cell renewal starts to decline, and that's when aging begins. And the best way to boost collagen production, elastin production, and slow down the destruction of your cells is by exfoliating your skin twice a week. And I've talked in length about exfoliation on some of my previous videos, but whether you choose physical or chemical exfoliation, try and get into a routine of doing it twice a week throughout your 30s, and that will go a long way towards ensuring your skin looks fantastic well into your 40s. In your 40s is when collagen production really drops down. So we're not naturally producing as much collagen as we used to. And collagen is the substance that really keeps us plumped up and youthful glow. We also lose a lot of volume in our face as a result of fat loss under the skin and also the collagen I mentioned. What that means is that lines and wrinkles that we had in our 30s might deepen, and we might tend to see folds appearing on the skin, perhaps around the nose to lip lines. We might get deep folds appearing around the jowl area, just a general loss of elasticity and vibrancy in the skin. So firmness is the name of the game. Investing in products that really will plump up the skin, boost collagen production and really improve the firm tone of the skin. And serums are incredibly important. If you're not using a serum yet, I definitely recommend you start using a really good serum in your 40s. The reason we need a serum is that they're usually oil-based, and they will penetrate the skin far more deeply than any cream will, which means they get the nutrients your skin needs right deep into the dermis, which can help stimulate collagen production. The 40s is also time to consider cosmetic intervention. Things like Botox are fantastic for eliminating fine lines and wrinkles. Fillers are a great way of plumping up the skin and restoring lost volume. And there are lots of resurfacing techniques that are featured already on the site, like microdermabrasion and peeling, that can even out pigmentation. Sometimes just little bits of intervention along the way can maintain your skin looking young, so you don't wake up one morning thinking, oh my goodness, what's happened? And then do something drastic and people go, what have you done? So small bits and pieces along the way will go a long way towards keeping you looking young and fresh. In our 50s, a number of things happen to our skin. Number one, estrogen levels drop down dramatically, which means skin renewal slows down and we get a lot of dead skin cells building up on the surface of our skin. Secondly, oil production drops down. Now you might be thinking, hurrah, no more spots, but actually the odd pimple here and there is a sign of an oily skin, which means less wrinkles. So your skin starts to dry up and we get dryness showing on the top of our skin, which means it no longer has that youthful glow. And thirdly, pigment cells, or melamelites as they're called, tend to clump together, and that's why all of a sudden we tend to see these dark age spots appearing on our face. The result, lines and wrinkles become more pronounced, definitely a lot more sagging in the skin, and all those years of damage will start to show up. So if you're wondering why all of a sudden you woke up on your 50th birthday, looked in the mirror and got a fright, it's not because of something that happened at the party overnight. It's those years of damage on your skin that have started to take their toll. So what can you do? The first thing is use a moisturizer with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that can help kickstart cell renewal, and it can also help dissolve pigmentation on the skin. And intense hydration is really important. I mentioned serums in your 40s, really important to get one in your 50s, and also make sure you've got a moisturizer that really hydrates the skin. And don't forget, cosmetic intervention is at hand to help you resurface, plump up, and soften those fine lines and wrinkles if you do start to feel a little insecure about the way you look in the mirror. Whatever age you are, and however good or bad your skin looks at your age, fear not, because something can be done. Whether it's cosmetic intervention or whether it's your natural skincare regime, there is so much technology out there today to really help you look and feel your best. But if you are on the younger side, the more you can look after your skin now, the better it's going to look into your 40s, 50s and 60s. So remember, protect your skin as much as you can, whatever age you are.